A shepherd boy tended his master's sheep near a dark forest not far from a village. Soon he found life in the pasture to be very dull. All he could do to amuse himself was talk to his dog or play his shepherd's pipe. One day, as he was watching the sheep in the quiet forest, he thought of a plan of how to amuse himself. His master had told him to call for help if a wolf attacked the flock, and the villagers would drive it away. So now, though he had not seen anything that even looked like a wolf, he ran toward the village, shouting at the top of his voice, "Wolf! Wolf!" As expected, the villagers who heard the cry dropped their work and ran in great excitement to the pasture, but when they got there, they found the boy doubled up with laughter at the trick that he had played on them. A few days later, the shepherd boy shouted again, "Wolf! Wolf!" And again the villagers ran all the way out to the pasture to help him, only to be laughed at again. Then one evening, as the sun was setting behind the forest and the shadows were creeping out over the pasture, a wolf really did spring up from the underbrush and attack the sheep. In terror, the boy ran off towards the village, shouting, "Wolf, wolf!" But when the villagers heard the cry this time, they did not run to help him as they had before. "He cannot fool us again," the villagers shouted. And the wolf had killed a great many number of the boy's sheep and then split them to the forest. And the wisdom for this fable is do not lie or exaggerate.
Girls, welcome to day 4 of Staycation. I hope you've been able to enjoy the stories and learn from them and recognize some of the proverbs that Solomon wrote thousands of years ago, and yet they still are applicable to our life, aren't they? I'm glad that you're learning some of them. Today's story is one that you may be very familiar with. A lot of you may have heard this story before, and I hope you enjoyed that story about not telling lies, right? It's like the boy who cried wolf. The little boy thought it would be fun when he was out in the field watching the sheep to say, "Oh no, there's a wolf!" And the whole village would come running out, and then he would just laugh and laugh. "I tricked you, there's no wolf." Well, he did that again, and day after day, but after about day 4, the people began to think, he's just telling lies. But guess what? On day 4, it was true. There was a wolf. And he screamed and he cried, "No, no, I mean it this time. There's really a wolf this time." But no one came to rescue him. Solomon said, that's what it's like when you tell a lie. He has a proverb about that. Proverbs 12, 19, and 22. Listen to this proverb. Truth lasts. Lies are here today, gone tomorrow. God can't stomach lying lips, but he loves and delights in the ones who are truthful. Wow, isn't that powerful? Think about that. God says, it makes me sick to my stomach when people tell lies. Oh, wow. But I delight in a child that tells the truth. That should just empower you. That should just encourage you. Don't tell lies. It's so easy to tell a lie sometimes. Sometimes we don't really want to tell the truth because we know that maybe our mom or our grandmother is going to be disappointed in us, or our dad. Or maybe, well, if I tell the truth, I'm not going to get what I want. I'm just going to tell a lie so I can get what I want. There's a lot of reasons that we tell lies. Sometimes we think it's funny, don't we? To exaggerate the truth or tell something about someone else that maybe that's not true. That's called gossip, isn't it? Yeah, that's a lie. Gossip is a lie. We need to understand that. We need to understand that God says, I don't like lies. I want you to tell the truth all the time. That just delights me when I hear you telling the truth. So the next time you're tempted to tell a lie, think about what God said. And think about the stories that you heard today. Good things do not come from lies. They don't. So if you want good things to come from what you say, make sure you're telling the truth.
Day of Staycation Bible School. Get out your Thursday bag. It's the one with the blue paper in it. Daisy's here with me. She's going to be my model. So you're going to pull out your lesson. She's going to show us how to do Day-Day's craft. Now, we're talking about lying today and how important it is to be honest. Don't lie or exaggerate, because when you are a liar or when you exaggerate, you create a maze for yourself. You're setting up traps for yourself. So today you have a couple of options. You can either do the paper maze, okay? There's two. There's a little bit harder one, or turn over the paper, and there's a couple of easier mazes, okay? But if you feel like you're at the next level of crafting ability, you can make your own maze. And I showed you some pictures. I've got some pictures of some mazes in there, okay? And you can do either a more difficult one, like the one on top, or you can do an easier one. And Daisy's gonna show us how to make the easier one today. So what you need out of your bag is that cardstock paper. It's kind of thicker paper. It's not normal copy paper, okay? And you're gonna need your glue from your extra bag. We pretty much use this almost every day. You should have some glue still. Hopefully you left your lid off. You might use your marker to mark start or finish. That's up to you. And then also in your Thursday bag, you've got a little bag of popsicle sticks, and you've got a teeny little marble in there, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna first lay out your popsicle sticks in the way that they should go, okay? You've got to kind of plan out your maze. Now, if you're going to do a hard one, you can break popsicle sticks or not. But if you're going to do a simple one, then you're just going to lay them out. Don't start gluing them until you have your design set out, okay? Now, she's doing the simple one, like I showed you. But if you wanted to do a more difficult one, you can do that, no problem. But I'm going to give you a tip. You can't do this maze until the glue is dried. And you might have to overlap some of your glue sticks, your little popsicle sticks, I mean. So she's gonna lay that out. She's got the external perimeter there, and she's gonna do the inside track, okay? It's gonna have to stick off the page a little bit so her marble has room to go through there. She's gonna have to overlap some of her popsicle sticks, okay? So she's laying it out the way she wants. You may have a whole other plan. You may turn your paper the other direction, and you may come up with a different maze for your marble, and that is okay. All right, so she's gonna show you how to glue this down. She's gonna get her glue, and she's gonna glue it down. Yep, it just takes a little bit of glue, and she's gonna press it down. Now, the thing that's tricky about this is you have to let it sit for a little bit. You have to let it sit, and you don't want to leave gaps between your popsicle sticks because you don't want the marble to get out between the popsicle sticks. You can overlap them. Okay, so she's very carefully putting glue on there. She's not getting glue all over the table and stuff. She's just getting it on the paper, lining them up. And it's okay if you overlap your popsicle sticks. You might have to have two ends overlapping, and that's okay. So and you might have to, that's okay. All right, I'm gonna show you, she's gonna model, and we're gonna skip ahead a few steps. Okay, so you might have to pause the video here, and that's okay. So she's gonna let that sit to dry. She didn't glue all of it, but she's gonna show you with her marble how to use one of these mazes that's already done. You can just slide that over and let it dry. Now there's already put it at the start line. Now you may not want to do a starting line. You may so she's going to show how she made a little marble slide. Oh, from start. And then she's going to get it out of the finish. She's just going to barely lift it up. Ta-da! She did it. And if you want it, she could show you how to do that more difficult maze with this marble. I think Kinsey Randall's made this one for me one day. Oh, this one's even harder. This one's even harder. You have to just barely lift it up. Now you might be really creative and be able to come up with your own maze for your marble that's more challenging. It's hard. And this is just like when you lie. When you lie, you are setting traps up for yourself. When you exaggerate, when you tell one person, oh yeah, I've been there before, and then later you tell somebody, oh, I've never been there. Is that fun? And they say, wait, last week you told so-and-so that you'd been there. You did it. When you lie and when you exaggerate, you set a trap for yourself, just like a maze. And it is hard to keep track of who you told what. So it's best to be honest in everything that you do. Don't lie or exaggerate. Don't set traps for yourself. All right. Happy Thursday. I hope you had a great day 4 of Staycation Bible School. And if your parents haven't already sent in a picture or video or two, make sure they take a picture or video of you doing your crafts or your experiments or things like that, because I really want you to be in our videos. The experiment portion, or the extra part of Thursday, and in your bag, this is I've been so excited about this. In there, you've got Bean Boozled. Okay, it's just a miniature little thing, and it looks like this. And in there, we're gonna play Bean Boozled. So I can see in this little bag there are 3 yellow ones, and that means they could either be rotten egg or buttered popcorn. Can you see that?
Both are gross.
They both look gross. Okay, so open that up. Y'all get the yellow one out of there. Okay, this is just a one-shot deal. We can't edit this down. So she's gonna
I just had butter popcorn.
Oh, Caroline literally just had butter popcorn, so she can't open it. All right, so give everybody one of the yellow ones. And when I say 3, you can't smell it. This is how you play Bean Boozled. All right, everybody got one of the yellow ones?
Right here.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Pop it in. What'd you get, Eli?
Egg.
What'd you get? No, don't spit it out. What'd you get, Caroline? What'd you get? What'd you get, Daisy?
I can't tell. But whatever it is, I like it. I think it's rotten egg.
This is my girl who hates eggs. Is it salty flavored? Smell her breath, Caroline. See if it's. Is Eli, smell her breath. Is it buttered popcorn or is it?
Wait.
Oh,
I can't tell. I can't tell.
I think they're both disgusting.
They're both disgusting.
You can't tell them apart. They're like both really gross.
All I know is that I gagged. Okay,
There you
what's
have
the
it.
next
So there's
one?
Bean Boozled. Hey, and the lesson behind this is if you develop a character of not being honest, people never know what they're going to get from you. They don't know if they're going to get an honest thing, if they're going to get something sweet and delicious. Oh, you're going to give each of them one? Eli, give them one. Or if they're going to get something bad. So be honest. What'd you get, Eli?
Sock.
Sock. Mmm.
I could either get strawberry banana smoothie, dead fish, or bark, or peach.
Mmm.
I could either get
What colors?
spoiled milk or coconut. I hope it's not spoiled milk because I
Alright,
hate
try it.
milk. Okay.
Go, Daisy. Let's see. Did you get coconut or spoiled milk?
Coconut! It tastes so good.
This could be dead fish or strawberry banana smoothie.
Alright, go for it.
I think this is peach. This coconut one tastes so good.
Go. Alright, there you have it. Bean Boozled. Of all 5 stories, you know, yesterday was Miss Kathy's favorite, Aesop's Fable, The Sun and the Wind. This one is actually my favorite of all 5, the very most. I like yesterday's, but man, I love this one. The Boy Who Cried Wolf. He just keeps playing those tricks, but his tricks aren't really that funny because his humor is at the expense of others, right? We talk about that a lot at our house, that some things can be funny, some pranks or tricks, they can be funny a little bit, but if your humor is always at the expense of others, it's not really that funny. And he's a liar, right? He just keeps lying about stuff and people stop believing him. So today, you saw a cute little puppet show. The Kavners did that. I thought they did such a good job with that. It was so cute. To illustrate our Aesop's Fable today. And Miss Kathy taught about Proverbs 12. Truth lasts. Lies are here today and gone tomorrow, but God cannot stomach liars. He loves the company of those who keep their word. So a lying tongue only lasts a moment, but the Lord detests lying lips. Man, God loves it when we're honest. So it's important to not lie or exaggerate. Sometimes we can learn theology or biblical truths. That's what theology is truths from the Bible about God's character. And sometimes it's like, Miss Sharon, I'm not going to murder. Duh, I'm 8 years old, so you know. But these are things, the Bible also guides our paths in even little things like lying or exaggerating. Man, have you ever told somebody something maybe that wasn't the truth just because you didn't want to hurt their feelings? That's a lie. That's a lie. You don't have to tell them, I hate that shirt on you, it's ugly. You don't have to say that, but you can say, it's not my favorite, but I can tell you really like it, and that's what matters. Have you ever talked about somebody badly behind their back? Or maybe you exaggerate what happened to make somebody look really bad? That's gossip, and that's lying. We don't want to be like that. You know what? Have you ever played a game with somebody who is always changing the rules? Oh, man. I have. I do not like to play games with people who keep changing the rules. It drives me crazy. It makes me not want to spend time with them, right? When you're not honest, when you don't play by the rules, when you cheat or you take advantage of other people, that's lying, and God hates that. Don't be like that, right? People want to spend time with people who are honest and who are fair and who use their words kindly instead of exaggerating and gossiping about other people. It's tempting to lie sometimes, right? Because we don't want to get in trouble. Like, no, I didn't do that, but you really did. You know, when I was a kid, I'm going to tell you this story. It's such a silly lie that I told, but it has stuck with me for 30-something years. When I was about 7 years old, we went to go visit my grandmother, and up in her upstairs restroom, she had this bottle of, or like canister of baby powder, and I squeezed it one time and it like puffed up a cloud of baby powder, and I was like, oh, that was cool. I wonder what happens if I do it over and over and over. And so I just kept puffing that baby powder, and it just got baby powder everywhere, all over the bathroom, and left this huge mess. And then I turned around and I was like, oh, that was a big mess. I don't want to clean that up. So I walked off, and later my mom said, Sharon, were you in the restroom? Did you use that baby powder? No, I didn't. What a lie. I'm sure my mom guessed it was probably me because I was the youngest one at the house at the time, and but she had no way of proving it, so she cleaned it up. Man, what a lie. That makes it hard to spend time with people, and it makes people not trust you, right? When you're a liar and you exaggerate, people start not trusting you. And if you tell lies all the time, it's hard to remember, wait, what did I tell them? Did I tell them I did see that, or I didn't see that? I can't remember. And people then later are like, wait, I thought you said you never had seen that. Oh, that's right, I lied for them. You are creating a maze for yourself, and Daisy showed you that maze that she did. All right, so just really quickly, I'm going to run through the rest of today's lesson. For a snack today, you have fruit by the foot. Some of you have one that looks like this, and some of you have one that is dye-free, but it's fruit by the foot. Have you ever had these? I love these things. They're a guilty pleasure. I don't buy them for myself because it's a lot of sugar. But this reminded me of a lying tongue and an exaggerator. Don't have a lying tongue. God can't stand a liar. So as you're eating this, think about not being a liar. Think about being somebody in whom God delights. He delights in people who are honest, doesn't he? And then for a game today, you're going to play a simple game. In my hand, I have this coronavirus ball. Okay, I'm going to put it in this hand. Which hand is it in? This one, right? Yeah, you got it. Oh, yes. Okay, so you're going to do that with somebody, and they guess which hand. Which hand? This one? Oh, yeah, you're right. Now this time, I'm going to put it behind my back. And when you guess, you're going to have somebody guess. And they're going to say, oh, I think it's in your right hand. If it's in your right hand, I want you to switch it. And I want you to trick them. That's a lie, isn't it? And show them. Well, if you keep doing that over and over again, they're not really going to want to play with you very much, are they? That's what happens when you lie and you cheat and you change the game. People don't want to play with you, so don't be like that. So that's the game. Play fairly. And then the experiment to the extra thing, you've got Bean Boozled in your bag. Now, I've got a video of my kids playing Bean Boozled. I would love to see you guys playing Bean Boozled. It cracks me up. Here are the flavors. You could have coconut or spoiled milk. Those are both white. Or there's strawberry banana or dead fish. Those are red speckled. Buttered popcorn or rotten egg. Berry blue or toothpaste. Ugh. Peach or barf. Those are like orange. Ugh. Chocolate pudding or canned dog food. That's so funny. Juicy pear or booger. Some of y'all are like, juicy pear or booger. Both of those sound yummy because I see y'all eating your boogers sometimes. Tutti Frutti or stinky socks, ugh, or toasted marshmallow, or stink bug, ugh. Or there's birthday cake or dirty dishwater. So there's several flavors here that you can get. There's several colors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10 different colors, but 20 different flavors. So please play. There's only a few little beans in there. There's about 8 beans in each bag. Play it. I dare you. And please, families, post pictures or videos of this, because I cannot wait to see what your kids do. The bottom line of this is you want to be honest, right? That's the lesson in this. Be honest. You want people to know what they're getting from you. You want people to trust what you're saying, because half those flavors are really good, but if half the time you're lying, people don't know what they're going to get. They don't want to get bean boozled, right? They want to have just a straightforward, good answer, a good jelly bean. So be a good jelly bean, not a bean boozled jelly bean. Love you guys. Happy Thursday. If you haven't sent in a picture, today's the last day that you can send in pictures or videos or whatever. And I'd love to have every participant represented in our photo show, on our slideshow that I post tomorrow afternoon. See ya.